Good morning, Sin City, and welcome back to the Las Vegas Social Media Show. We now have a very, very special guest, the one and only Charity Faith. Charity Faith, welcome to the Las Vegas Social Media Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, it's a true pleasure. Tell us a little more about yourself.
Well, I recently discovered, I guess recently within like the past 5.5 years, that I have a brain that is just targeted towards marketing. Never really explored it until I was a promoter, and I just literally hit the ground running and realized that it was something that really made me happy. And I found a lot of fulfillment in helping businesses or people like express themselves and brand themselves, and getting the word out there, I guess, for them.
So branding and promoting would probably be the two aspects of marketing that you enjoy the most.
Right. I try to, support whatever image that, somebody wants to portray about either their business or themselves, or, any projects that they're involved in or events. I try to really focus on what their wishes are, and not so much what I view them as.
No, very cool. And I know you're very tied to the Vegas tech and art scene. If you could, for the people that may not know, that just know Vegas, the Strip, there's a lot more to this city than the party scene. There's a whole different culture going on right now. Could you fill us in?
Well, what's ironic about that is that I didn't know there was more to Vegas than that. I mean, I don't live on the Strip. I live, in the suburbs, and I didn't know that there was culture and community here. I recently discovered it, and when I say recently, I mean within the past month.
Wow.
I was, just very wrapped in the nightlife. Anytime that I needed a sense of culture and fulfillment and to get away, I would leave the city. I'd just drive to LA or drive to Sedona, one of my favorite places in the world. And that's where I would regroup and get a sense of reality again. Vegas is just, everything's just very fake, and, everything's been man-made and built. So, it's nice to, it was nice to get out of town all the time. Recently discovered that there was an entire culture and community that was happening downtown. And, I never got to partake in that, even though I knew about First Friday and, some of the events that they had down there. I never really got to enjoy them because I work on Fridays and on the weekends.
Right.
And that's when they had a lot of their events. So it was opposite schedule of my availability. I was invited to walk around First Friday with some of the visionaries and the people that make First Friday happen. And when I talk about First Friday, I'm talking about the actual festival that happens outside between 5 and 10. A lot of people think that First Friday is actually a bunch of bars that just open and have amazing drink specials
Right.
and all this stuff, but it's actually very different. The First Friday Festival is we have about 20,000 attendees. It's on the first Friday of every month, and it's an event that is built around art and music and the community, and people displaying their talents, and it's really amazing.
Yeah, and I went to my First Friday, not this month, but the last month, and I was just amazed. It reminded me of, like, California, like, on the beach, like, near Venice or something, just all the different artwork that was being displayed, people, instruments, and just the people walking around. I kind of felt like, where have I been? Like, because I know this had been going on, so you're exactly right. Like, you do feel like you're not in Vegas, too. It's like, this exists here.
Right.
And I can see the stratosphere, so I'm not dreaming. Like, it was happening, but
Right.
such a cool environment of cool, artsy people.
Right. I mean, I was shocked that I hadn't been. And, I have a daughter, so I used to crave those types of environments for her. And I couldn't believe that I didn't take the time to go before. But, at the same time, I believe everything happens in its own timing. And, that if I would have gone before, maybe I wouldn't have appreciated it the way that I did. Because at the time that I went, I was really searching to, like, find fulfillment, and I was really, really depressed and unhappy.
Right.
And so, I really wanted to get connected with really good people. I work in the nightlife industry, which it's a struggle. I mean, we all live very crazy, chaotic lives, and
not the typical 9 to 5.
Correct.
Right.
It's the opposite, 9 p.m. to 5
Yeah.
a.m.
Maybe 9 to 5, but right.
So it's a little opposite, and along with that, and the people that we rub shoulders with, it's so easy to become, you lose your footing, I guess, a lot. And I've seen a lot of friends come and go to the city, and it's really heartbreaking, but that's just the nature of this business and of this city.
Now, you're really active on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know your clout score by heart, but it's pretty high. If we have a clout counter, hers is going to be up there. Tell us, how are you using social media with what all you're involved in? Because I know you're involved in a lot. So if you can just kind of give us a picture of how you're using social media to promote what you do.
Well, I don't really know where all my followers came from, to be honest. I was not one of the first to join Facebook. My friends were all moving over, and I was like, I am staying at MySpace. I was like, I'm staying. Don't move me. No. And then finally, eventually, I moved. But Facebook is, a very powerful tool, as well as Twitter and Instagram and, all these other social media networks, but Facebook is really the hub of everything that I do. You can post pictures and statuses and check-ins and whatnot.
And that's interesting because a lot of people are saying, well, Facebook's going out, not that, but that seems to be your bread and butter, what you're using.
The reason why is because I can do everything there. You can't do a status post on Instagram. You can write something on Twitter that's a status post, and you can post photos and videos, but you can only say so much. And sometimes I need to say more than just 140 characters. So, and I don't really like it when it says TMI or whatever those extensions are, and you have to click, and it's like, okay, I talk too much, But it's... I don't know. I really like Facebook just because it holds everything. I mean, it's literally like my travel diary. Everything I do, any place that I go, I pretty much post something about what I'm involved in for that day. It's very rare that you'll find a few hours where I'm inactive, and usually that's when I'm sleeping.
Well, that's what I will say about you keep it updated. You're always changing pictures, and recently you were in a contest of some sort at Hayes nightclub. You're
Correct.
a superhero for people that don't know.
Yeah.
And can you tell us quickly about that and how you use social media for that particular event? Because I thought that was really cool.
Sure. About a month ago, I was told that I was nominated as a nightlife hero, and they needed some images of me so that I could be a superhero or something. And they said they had a very cool prize or gift for me. So, I sent my images and was interested to see. And a few days before the event, I got this figurine. They made a little superhero figurine of me, and it was interesting, and I was honored and whatnot, and they gave me a big box full of capes and masks, and it was really fun. But what they do in the industry is they nominate nightlife icons and people that have a pretty strong following, and that allows them to promote on a night that might not be busy. And we all kind of go and grab our friends and get a table, and we'll just sit and hang out and whatever. This particular event had a $2,500 prize, so it was a promoter prize.
Right.
It was whoever brought the biggest group. And my friend who works with Light Group, he was about to shave his head on Saturday, actually a couple days ago, for the St. Baldrick's Foundation, and he was donating his hair to Locks of Love to go towards wigs. And he was also raising money for St. Baldrick's because he had a $5,000 goal. And I had donated about $20 or something, and I saw it when I received the action figure and the box of capes and whatnot. Somehow in my mind the two went together, and I was like, I gotta help Cosmo. I gotta help him to raise this money, and it would be amazing if instead of me going for the money for myself, that I go for a greater cause, because that's something that my friends can support.
Absolutely.
Not all my friends are going to be like, Charity, here's $2,500 and we really want you to win. Like, let's be real, like they
made
want
it
to
more
win.
than about you. You made it for something
Right.
big. I like that. That's really
Right,
cool.
and it kind of went in alignment with being a hero and or superhero. Doing. I mean, superheroes do things for other people, and that's what they base their lives around, is just helping others and getting people out of problems and stuff. And that's pretty much how that happens.
Now, I've noticed a lot through your social media, you're always wearing different outfits. Just like every day it'll change, and like they're really these cool, unique, crazy outfits. What's going on with that? What's that tied to?
Well, about 3 months ago, I was, I've talked a couple times about how I was depressed, and it was a lot of things were just really wrong in my life, and I needed confidence, to be honest. And I know it's going to sound a little like, I don't know what it's going to sound like, but I needed a confidence boost, and I needed to rely on, social media, to be honest. So I stood in front of a blank wall in my office, and I put on a cute outfit, and I put on a iPhone camera timer app, and I just took a few pictures, and I made a collage of it, and I posted it up, and I put a bold statement at the bottom that I'm me, and that's who I'm gonna be. And it was a day that I was struggling with confidence of who I am, and at the end of that day, with all the likes and comments and people texting me and saying, you look cute today and whatever, it really helped me. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I should do this more often, because if I have the confidence to leave the house, then maybe, leaving isn't going to feel so horrible, like maybe my bed won't be as attractive anymore, and I want to get out there. So I started just posting my outfits every day, and seeing that people were actually really interested in what I was wearing, and I thought that was kind of funny. But the goal of it isn't really just to show off my closet or any one particular brand. What I now am starting to do with it is I'm trying to help businesses learn how to use social media as a tool for their marketing, because it's free. You can do it by just having your own employees do it. You can train people. It's very, very simple. You just have to take the time to kind of understand it and the power of it and get the right followers. And I think that it's a tool that a lot of smaller businesses definitely need in order to grow, and a lot of them aren't utilizing it. And so I do it to show different flavors of my personality, and I feel like a schoolgirl today, or I feel like a teacher, or just something fun like that. But it has inspired people to go into their own closets and not feel like they have to run out and buy brand new clothes, because
Right.
most of my clothes that I'm wearing are just from my closet. It's not like I went out and bought all these new things and I'm just showing off like I have all these new clothes. Like, that's not what it is at all.
Well, what I noticed about them too, like not only the clothes are stylish, but you always have like an expression on your face of some sort. You'll try to match the outfit.
Right.
And that's really cool how you're using, like some people may think you're spending thousands in some studio getting all these fashion shoots where you're just doing this from your closet.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And that's
it's
the power
really
of
funny.
social media to perception's reality. So that's really cool.
Right. It's really funny because people are like, who takes these photos of you every day? Like, does your daughter do it? And I'm like, actually, no. Like, I close the door in my office. I have a white sheet pinned to my wall.
Genius.
I have 2 lamps that are like leaning over so that they project more light onto me. And I just set up my iPhone from across the room, and there's a camera timer app that you can just download, and it actually counts down for you. And then I do my little poses, and I collage it, and I edit it all on my phone. It's done within about 5 minutes. So
That is awesome. For anyone out there that tries to make any excuse that you can't get creative with social media, take notes on that right there. I think that's genius. Awesome.
yeah, it
Very
is
cool.
pretty amazing. Like, it's my own little thing. Just, yeah.
Very cool. Where do you see the social media tech scene? And I know you're involved in on the strip and off the strip, First Friday. Where do you see it all going? I'm curious to get your opinion. social media and the tech scene here in Vegas in the next few years? Because it's definitely growing.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things developing. One thing that I'm involved with is there's a new app called SOVO. It stands for Social Voice. It is a way for you to record your voice and tweet or Facebook that out. And that's actually a concept that came directly from a resident of Las Vegas, and he's actually building it like right in the heart of downtown of Las Vegas.
Wow.
So it's very, very cool. And he's, my tie-in with it is that, now that I'm involved with First Friday and meeting all these musicians and, I'm supporting some of them and whatnot with their social media, I'm connecting them so that they can sing to their followers instead of just tweeting.
I was going to say that's genius if you're a musician, if you can just sing just a couple of lines for the day and send that out for your fans to have with no studio or nothing. You record it on your phone, right?
Right. It's just
Wow.
a little like walkie-talkie app almost, but it records and then you can shoot it up to any of your social media networks.
So if you could tell us, where can people find you at on social media?
My Facebook is Facebook/Charity Faith LV. My Twitter is Charity Las Vegas.
Very cool. Very cool. And Clout, definitely find you on Clout.
Yeah.
And,
I think my cloud is at 73 today.
so you're in the 70s.
So, yeah.
It's like the weather. I'm talking, the Clout score's in the 70s today.
Perfect.
But anyway, with the remaining minute we got here, what can we expect from you in 2013 from Charity Faith?
I'm involved in so much stuff, and one thing that I have decided to do is never just stay unhappy. I have decided to make a change and always just do things that are make me happy, so that I can project a positive energy to my followers. I believe that when I was depressed, that I was like actually not portraying the best, image to my followers. And I think it's important when you have a following that you be responsible with, what you're putting out there. And so, I'm wrapping myself up in a lot of things. I'm still in nightlife. I'm helping with First Friday, and there's a lot of amazing things. Oh, and my fashion thing and whatnot. But to me, it's not really about all those things. It's just me doing things that make me happy and showing people that you can be happy while, living out your passion and your dream. And it doesn't have to just, be stagnant. You can change, you can do all types of things. And as long as it's making you happy, I think that's what's really important. So
That's awesome. So social media has been kind of therapeutic for you as well, to bring out that positivity and keep you, that positive vibes around you. I really like that. And then I picture you atop of the wind, and then you have like a bat signal. Just whatever part of Vegas needs you. But Charity Faith, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for the interview. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so
everyone,
much.
please go check her out. On the next episode of the Las Vegas Social Media Show, today I'm very excited because we have two very, very special guests, Dr. Sean and Dr. Susie Sue of Sexy Vegas.
I go, you know what? Heck, I feel sexy, so I'm going to brand myself as Sexy Vegas. And you can get away putting sexy on anything in Vegas.
Exactly, you can.
So I have a cupcake, I go, that's a sexy cupcake. Oh, yeah, okay. I can sell that for $10 versus $5.
Everything is very easily accessible to everyone, and just the world is changing with technology and advances. So that's one way to connect, network, build relationships, and even provide therapy.